Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a fascinating and, let's be honest, kind of terrifying internet creation.
Yeah, definitely.
Siren Head.
Mm-hmm.
Siren Head, for anyone who doesn't know.
Right.
Is this, well, he's exactly what he sounds like. He's this creature, this monster.
Right.
With, well, sirens for a head.
It's very striking imagery.
Absolutely. And it's really captured the imagination of, well, the internet, basically.
Well, definitely. It's spread everywhere.
You see it in fan art. People make video games, all sorts of stuff. And, of course, everyone loves a good creepypasta.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So we figured, let's dive into this. Let's see if we can go beyond just the surface level spookiness of this.
Absolutely.
And really try and figure out why this monster has resonated so much, why it's so popular, why it freaks people out.
Mm-hmm.
So to start off, obviously Siren Head is a fictional creation.
Of course, yeah.
It was created by an artist named Trevor Henderson.
He's got quite a portfolio of creepy stuff.
Oh, he does. He does, and a very particular aesthetic.
Yeah, very much so.
But it's interesting because Henderson himself has said that his creations, including Siren Head,
Right.
are inspired by some very real anxieties, very real fears.
Like what kind of anxieties?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because that's kind of what we're here to unpack.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the big ones, and you see this a lot in Henderson's work, is this fascination with decay, with ruin.
Okay, yeah.
Like abandoned buildings, deserted towns. Like
There's even a term for it, right?
Yeah.
Ruin porn.
Exactly, ruin porn.
Yeah.
It's this whole aesthetic, this fascination with these places that are falling apart, crumbling,
Yeah.
kind of being reclaimed by nature.
Yeah, and there's something really eerie about them, too.
Oh, absolutely. But why are we so drawn to these places? Why do we find them so fascinating?
Well, I think it's a lot of things, right? I think there's a nostalgia, a
Okay.
sense of the passage of time, maybe even a little bit of a morbid curiosity about what we leave behind. But I think it also speaks to a fear of collapse, societal, or environmental decline.
That's interesting because that seems to tie in directly with Siren Head.
Yeah, how so?
Well, you always see him depicted in these landscapes.
Right, yeah.
These decaying, abandoned places.
But he's like a symbol of that fear.
I think so. I think he embodies the horror that could emerge from the ruins of what we've built.
Okay, that makes sense.
Think about it. You've got this deserted factory, right?
Yeah.
Which was once a symbol of human progress, of industry. Now it's just this hollow shell, and it's haunted by this creature, this monster made of, well, our own discarded technology.
That's right. He's got those.
The sirens, the loudspeakers.
Yeah, like grafted onto his head.
So unsettling.
Like a Frankenstein's monster of old tech.
Exactly. And it makes you think, why those things? Why a monster made of communication devices?
Right.
What does that say about us?
About our relationship with technology.
Yeah, like it's this fear of our own creations coming back to haunt us. This world of constant noise and information that we've built.
It's a lot to process sometimes, I get it.
Oh, yeah, and I think Siren Head is like the embodiment of that going wrong.
Okay, so we've got this fear of decay, this fear of technology. What else is there?
Well, I think there's another layer here, too, and that's the connection to folklore and urban legends.
Oh, yeah, like what?
Well, think about creatures like, I don't know, the Jersey Devil.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Wendigo.
Classic monsters.
Right. They represent this fear of the unknown, the things that lurk just beyond our understanding.
So Siren Head kind of taps into that same primal fear.
Exactly. I think that's a big part of why he's so effective.
He's like our modern-day bogeyman.
I like that. A modern bogeyman for the digital age.
Exactly.
Feeding off of these very modern anxieties.
The unknown, the environment, technology.
And that potential for horror to emerge from our own creations.
It's heavy stuff.
It is. It is. But it's also fascinating, to see how something like this, a fictional creature, can tap into something so real within us.
Our deepest fear.
Yeah, and I think it speaks to the power of these kinds of stories.
Absolutely.
They can reflect our anxieties, our hopes, our fears.
They can make us think about the world in new ways.
So we've talked a lot about Siren Head, his origins, the anxieties he reflects, his connection to technology and folklore.
It's been quite a deep dive.
It has. But now I want to turn it over to you, the listener. Knowing all of this, does Siren Head become a more tragic figure? Is he a monster? Or is he a reflection of our own monstrous creations?
That's a good question.
And as you look at other modern legends, what anxieties do you see reflected back at us? Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep